Hello everyone, welcome again to the channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos and welcome in today's episode. Now, today is May 5th, 2025. The day that everyone in the Casper community was waiting for is finally here. And I think by the time I post this video, I think the Crescendo Hard Fork will already be live. So this is a very big day for me. I see everybody excited in the community, which is a really good thing. So what excites most of the people is the foundation that this 10 blocks per second is building. Because I think going forward, most of the people are going to use this cool upgrade, this very unique upgrade, this historical moment. They are going to be using it to create a lot of things. Institutions that want to build on Casper, individuals that want to build on Casper are going to use, the upgraded features of this 10 blocks per second moving forward. So this is also going to create ground for more and more upgrades. Let's say smart contracts, 32 blocks per second, 100 blocks per second, and who knows what is going to happen. Dark Knight, which is coming on also. So there's a lot of thing happening on Casper, and I would personally want to be involved in an ecosystem or in a project that has a lot of things happening, because this is just the beginning. I think there is even more and more things that have not yet been discovered in this crypto space. And I think Casper is going to be leading in terms of innovation. So welcome to the Crescendo Day. I think I would call it a Crescendo Day because it's going to be a massive day for Casper. Now, some people are quiet because they are not seeing the price of Casper moon. On May 5th, they are not seeing what is happening in the development side is not relating to what is happening in the price charts. I think if you're looking at the price charts, I think you are looking at the wrong places. What you need to do is just look at what is being developed technologically. So when the foundation is laid, I think more and more people are going to build on the network, and that is what is going to increase the value of Casper. So it is easy and simple. Now let's go back to history. When Amazon stock was falling from 113 to $6 back in 2001.
Stock is not the company, and the company is not the stock. And so as I watched the stock fall from 113 to 6, I was also watching all of our internal business metrics, number of customers, profit per unit, everything you can imagine, defects, etc. Every single thing about the business was getting better and fast. And so as the stock price was going the wrong way, everything inside the company was going the right way. And we didn't need to go back to the capital markets. We didn't need more money. The only reason, a financial bust like the internet bubble bursting makes it really hard to raise money. But, we already had the money we needed. So we just needed to continue to progress.
So most of the people sold the stock because they panic sold. But everything inside the company, like marketing, production, everything was going as smooth as possible. But the stock was falling from 113 to $6 back in 2001. And what did Jeff Bezos do? Stay calm, keep on building, keep on doing the good things. And this is exactly the moment that Casper is going through. Everything technologically, everything in the community is going as planned, but you can see the price of Casper is not falling actually. It is just stagnant there, not going up, not going down. It's not going up or down, but most of the people expect the price of Casper to shoot, which is going to happen. That's why you should not be worried. I am trying to relate this to Amazon because when everything is going perfectly in the community, when everything is going perfectly in terms of development, there's no need to worry about the prices. The prices are a reflection of what is going on in the ecosystem, what is going on in the network. If no builders come to the network, even if you pump the price, it is eventually going to come down. But when everything is organically developed, everything is going smooth as possible, soon or later, you're going to see the price of Casper really shoot. So this is just to let people know that what is happening today, the Crescendo Hard Fork, 10 blocks per second, soon smart contracts, Dark Knight, 100 blocks per second, 32 blocks per second, institutions and builders coming. I think this is what should really excite you, not the price ticks. Prices are going to go up regardless. Casper is going to dominate and the price of Casper is going to follow it. So what happens in most communities is that the price shoots first, then development starts. But what is happening in Casper is vice versa, because you start with development, then the price is going to appreciate. later in time. So people should not be worried. If you're so interested in price, I think there's a lot of projects that really know how to pump the price, not organically, artificial pumps. But for Casper, everything is going organically, like community based. No VCs, no promoters, no nothing, just pure organic community building. So I came about this tweet from Cointelegraph saying that this Wednesday, the Fed will decide to cut, hike, or keep rates unchanged. What's your prediction? So my thought on this, I think Donald Trump has already put a lot of pressure on Jerome Powell. And going forward, I think Jerome Powell is going to be careful in every step that he takes. Whether he raises rates, whether he keeps rates the same, I don't really care, because what exactly is happening in the Casper community really excites me so much. 10 blocks per second, everything is going as planned. We are seeing more and more people build on Casper, like really build on Casper. And this is what keeps most of the ecosystems alive. Builders, developers. If developers keep on building and building and building, eventually the value of that network is really going to go high. So I find this tweet really interesting, and it says, Casper is not trying to replace Bitcoin's monetary premium. Instead, it offers something orthogonal and complementary. It's a high throughput coordinator of value, content, and communication, operating at the base layer with instant finality and no compromise to decentralization. It doesn't just move value, it is value, accruing monetary significance as a natural consequence of securing trust and coordination. But at the core, it is just a rules-based systems for order, and that's what most people are failing to understand. It's a step beyond the classical Benzener generals problem, because Casper solves the foundational layer of political physics: trust, time, trust without hierarchy. The hardest part of political physics is how to coordinate large groups of people or machines without centralized authority. The beauty is, while no protocol can solve every aspect of human coordination, which involves culture, incentives, and intent, it solves the mechanical trust layer, the hardest part, by ensuring that everyone sees the same truth in the same order at the same time. This has never been done before, so it's a new structure entirely. It is a proof of work system to scale without compromise, creating a new architecture for sequencing trust, time, and value, not just for money, but for the entire digital economy. The value proposition for scalable trust is enormous. Let's run a conservative thought experiment for fun. Say Casper ends up securing 10 trillion worth of economic activity globally, about 10% of the current global GDP, or Apple's market cap, approximately 3 times. So if only 10% of the value is captured in the form of demand for Casper as transaction fees, settlement collateral, energy trading, monetary reserve, etc., that's 1 trillion in market value. Divide 1 trillion by 28.7 billion coins, which is Casper's max supply, and you get 34.84 Casper. Now, most of the time when I say, okay, Casper is going to $10, people say that you are delusional, like you are making fake promises, like you're making people so much excited, this and this. But when you take a look, or when you do the mathematics here, it's actually easy and possible. And I don't know why people can believe Bitcoin reaching 10 million, 13 million, as Michael Saylor says. But when you say Casper is going to $10, most of the people freak out. So this has been proven from this good read here. So even if we say that 1% of that is 3.5 Cas, and that this is all conservative, if Casper reaches a scale of TCP or IP for trust, or becomes the indexing and permissionless sequencing layer on AI-driven economies, that number could be higher, possibly even in hundreds per coin, depending on velocity, use cases, token velocity assumptions. But for now, I hold Bitcoin and Casper, and I will patiently wait for years to watch this play out. Now, this is some really interesting tweet, and if you haven't followed Honorius, I think he really posts some good articles. Like, you can just read his material and it's very good. So let's take a look at one of the tweets from Chad, and he says, many don't realize yet the true value potential of Casper once it secures its foundation on planet Earth, not just planet crypto. While success in crypto world can prove the model and generate some value, it's a real world large-scale enterprise that will exponentially outperform. So we have someone asking that, you think Casper Industrial Initiative can bring that kind of vision and use cases? So the reply is really good. 100% or others, adoption should not just rely on one group, but Key has a great start in many key markets. So something that I really want to say is that these are all great reads. I think I have my own perspective on this. I think I like Casper Key and what they're doing, and I think they're going to really do some great stuff on the Casper network. But I believe more and more Casper Key-like projects are going to happen on Casper. Now, if Casper Key can really bring, let's say, 2 trillion on the Casper network, I think we're going to see more and more projects, let's say companies, institutions, builders, all of them are going to come on the Casper network. Now tell me, if that happens, like, what is going to be the price of Casper? I believe Casper is going to be in, let's say, as Honoria said, it's going to be in hundreds of dollars, because if you bring in trillions worth of dollars on the network, I think the value of Casper is really going to be high. And the thing that makes me believe that is because Casper can handle all of that volume. You can take that volume on any kind of blockchain or network, it's going to crash. And this has been proven. We saw what happened with XRP, we saw what happened with Solana, and a lot of other blockchains are crashing. But Casper is solid. Even at 1 block per second, Casper really managed to handle some significant volume. Now imagine at 10 blocks per second, 32 blocks per second, 100 blocks per second. It's really going to be massive. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like, don't forget to subscribe, and congratulations if you've managed to hold, if you managed to stay into Casper until this big day, because you are witnessing historic moment and you're witnessing greatness unfold in front of your eyes. So thank you so much for being there, and thank you so much for supporting Casper. See you in the next episode.